Rami.
Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Rami tries to talk me into watching garbage television by walking me through a season, or in this case, episodes of a thing.
Yes.
What we doing this week, Rami?
We are doing 3 more episodes of The Circle Season 5, 7 through 9.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sticking to my 3.
Yeah.
Okay, quick thing. Quick side note. I was pronouncing buckle fat wrong
Oh.
all last episode.
Oh,
so
that's
that was fun. All right.
Let's get into the circle.
Yes, into the circle. So, do you remember anything?
I remember Sasha
Yes.
had to kick Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it left off with Bruno needing to visit somebody.
Yes, correct.
Okay. But we didn't find out who because they don't understand what actual cliffhangers are.
Well, and I mean, the cliffhangers they don't really exist because you go right into the next episode.
Yeah.
Like, it was there.
Like Netflix, no.
Right? Yeah.
You guys need, I don't know if it's new showrunners or what you need. These
do.
are not cliffhangers.
So
Get your shit together.
So when there is, like, I think the first 4 episodes had come out.
Mm-hmm.
So episode 4 ended with, like, a coming up, like, stay tuned. And it showed clips of, like, what's going to happen in the next couple episodes, basically. It's not really, like, a cliffhanger, but, like, it feels better than the weird way that they do some of the endings of these
Yeah.
these
All right.
episodes.
Well, let's find out after bated breath who Bruno visited.
Yeah,
as in Billie Jean. Billie Jean is playing Bruno.
Yes.
And we do have a visual aid with all of the people's faces and names. It's not crucial to the plot. It just helps me know what's going on. If you would like to see that visual aid, go to the YouTube version of our podcast or our Instagram, Much Ado Some Shit.
Yeah. All right. So Billie Jean goes to see Chaz. They have a very cute little conversation about how they've felt very connected and, like, why Billie Jean came in as a man instead of herself.
Sure.
They also have a conversation about, like, how Billie Jean feels about each player. Says that she finds Sasha pretty, like, suspicious because they had an alliance and Bruno got blocked.
Yeah, but literally Sasha did not have 2 people. It was a 50-50 shot.
Right, yeah.
There was no option to not.
Yeah.
So
I think because Sasha was very, like, I've got your back, like,
okay.
I will save you, like, she was hitting it pretty hard at saving Bruno.
Shuby.
Yeah.
I think Shuby's just too nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Shuby got put into a corner.
Oh, yeah. They were like, welcome to the show. Fuck you.
Right, yeah. But, you know, it's just pretty suspicious of Sasha.
Okay.
So, next morning, everybody is shocked that Bruno was a girl. But a lot of people are also like, I knew you weren't who you said you were.
Uh-huh.
Billie also takes this time to call out Sasha and says that everyone needs to watch their back.
Okay.
Yeah, and everybody's like, damn, throw her under the bus.
Uh-huh. I mean, yeah, it's like, welcome to the show. You have to make a terrible decision first thing.
Right, yeah.
Like, that. It feels like they're setting her up for failure, Shuby Sasha.
Yeah, a little bit.
But okay.
This means that, like, she needs to do some damage control, and she's not very good at that.
I mean, yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like they were setting Shuby up for failure here.
Yeah.
Like, come in and now kick somebody out.
Right, yeah.
And you have to. And it has to be one of the people who supported you.
Right.
Fuck
I mean,
you.
well, hopefully, you know, that would have been another, like, 3rd or 4th person would have been there. But
still,
it was only 2.
Yep.
So I wonder what they would have done if only one person had followed him. Like, would they have just been like, shit, I guess, we're blocking this person right now.
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
It's possible. These blockings, as soon as somebody says a name, they're immediately blocked. They can't see anything beyond
anything
that.
after that. Gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah.
Sasha has to do damage control now.
Isn't good at it.
Oh no.
Oh, Sasha tells everybody that they were friends but there were inconsistencies with Billy Bruno.
Okay.
People are a little like, what? You were friends, but you thought they were suspicious? So why were you friends with them?
Shuby's
kind of a thing.
Just based purely off of Shuby's smile, he seems like a friends with everybody kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would like to be.
Yeah. So
it's hard to do in this game. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like any like game like this. Mm-hmm. You have to kind of be friends with people until you can't be friends with them.
Well,
anymore.
Yeah. So my question is, are Tom and or Jennifer coming to Sasha's defense at all here? Because they convinced Shuby to block Bruno instead.
Right.
So are they saying anything, or are they just letting Sasha take all the heat?
They're pretty much letting her take all of the heat.
Wow.
But, I mean, Jennifer is very much like, oh, I appreciate you, saving me. And I think everybody else is like, yeah, it sucks that Bruno was blocked, but, like, Auntie Jen's still here. Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right.
So then they get a quiz game. Mm-hmm. This game holds no fucking stakes in anything.
Okay.
The team that wins gets a trophy.
Oh.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fuck? All right.
What this accomplishes is people get ideas of who some people are. So I'll explain.
Okay.
Everyone gets a question, and they have to pick from categories. So there's like animals, biology, science, there's health and beauty, like stuff like that. And like everybody seems to pick categories that make sense for their character. Like Jennifer, the dog trainer, picks animals.
Okay.
Chaz, the nurse, picks biology. Tamira, the makeup artist, picks health and beauty.
Okay.
Sam's upset that Tamira takes Sam's category because she's also a makeup artist. So she picks sports.
All right.
And she gets her question right, which is amazing.
Okay.
It was about like who has the most like Olympic medals, like which American has the most Olympic medals.
Is that Phelps?
It is Phelps. Okay. Yeah. And I mean, she's given
I don't know sports, but I knew that.
See, and she's given like 4 people to choose from, and 2 of those people are Michael Phelps and Simone Biles.
Oh.
So I was like, it's Simone Biles, right?
No. Phelps.
Wild to me. Anyway.
I knew an answer to a sports question.
Good job. Raven picks dance.
Okay.
They ask her about tango, I think, so she gets it wrong.
Oh. What does Marvin pick as the scientist who's a personal trainer here?
So Marvin is left with 2 categories. Science and geography. Everybody's like, oh, he says in his profile he likes to travel. So he's going to pick geography, right?
He picks science.
He picks science.
Uh-huh.
And the whole time he's like debating on which one to pick, he's like, I'm a scientist, like I'm an engineer. Yeah. I have a degree in chemistry, like I need to pick science. Like that just makes the most sense.
Like, but your character.
Yeah, exactly. Like
it makes the most sense for you because you're an actual scientist, but you're not playing a scientist,
right?
My guy.
Yeah. And then like even the narrator is like, but you're not a scientist, everybody else, dude. Like, what are you doing? And Tom is like, duh, he's going to pick geography. Like, why would he pick science? So he picks science. And his question is, what's the first element on the periodic table? Everybody is like, I think Chaz is like, aluminum? That makes sense.
Yeah.
And everybody is like, I don't know this fucking question. Why the hell would Marvin know this question? And Marvin answers, and he's like, everybody knows that it's this, right? Like, everybody knows that.
Is it hydrogen?
It's hydrogen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that. Wow.
I wouldn't have fucking thought of hydrogen.
I mean.
A bunch of people say H2O.
Guys, no.
Some people aren't science-minded, okay?
Okay, but
Some of us are better at other things.
Fair enough. I guess I did have to memorize the periodic table for my science class.
Oh, gross. Which science class was that?
My chemistry class in 11th grade.
Disgusting. Yeah. No.
I don't remember anything about chemistry whatsoever except for hydrogen's the first element and something about moles. That's all I know. Anywho.
So, yeah, Marvin chooses science, which everybody is like, that's fucking weird.
Andy knows the first element on the periodic table. But his character shouldn't. Like,
yeah. He's a personal trainer to everybody else.
That's why he went in as a personal trainer, because he was like, nobody's going to believe I'm a scientist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, it makes everybody question Marvin a little bit.
Marvin, that was not... You're a real smart guy. That was not a smart play.
Right?
Methinks Marvin might be more book smart.
Yeah, that's generally...
I know a lot of very intelligent people who don't have very much common sense.
Right, yeah.
It's like they put all their skill points in one column. Mm-hmm. There's different types of intelligence.
Yeah.
All are valid.
Yes.
I think Marvin's just missing a little bit of one that would be more helpful in this situation.
Absolutely.
Brilliant man. Not doing a smart play in this game.
Yeah. Blind in a social aspect.
Yes. At least in this element.
Yes, yeah.
Because he shouldn't have known that element.
Mm-hmm.
Lol.
Yep. Oh, man. So, after this game, Tom decides to chat up Marvin a little bit.
Okay.
Just to kind of, like, get to know him a little bit more.
Sure. Like, hey, why do you know the periodic table of elements?
Tom, like, before he starts talking to Marvin, he's like, there's just things about you that just, like, don't make sense in my head. So I just, like, want to talk to you, get to know you a little bit. So they start talking, and Tom is like, oh, how was your date with Tamira? Mm-hmm. And Marvin is immediately like, oh, Tamira's a freak. She sent me saucy pictures on the first date. Like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Marvin.
Yeah.
I might be beginning to dislike you.
Marvin he goes down hard in these episodes.
Oof.
Like, it's rough, honestly.
Oof. Like, ooh.
Yeah, because Tom finds this weird. He's like, you're being real, like, laddie right now.
Right.
And that's really weird because you say you're a feminist in your profile.
Yeah.
And
you're doing what high school boys do.
Yeah. Being real, like, locker room talk right now. Tom uses the phrase, like, it's not marrying up in my head, which I think is a really good way to put it. Like, it's just, like, not marrying up to him. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they leave that chat, and Tom is just like, who the fuck is Marvin?
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I'm thinking Marvin has some social aspects. Mm-hmm. He developed his mind, he developed his body. I don't know if he developed his social skills past 12th grade.
I mean,
bless him, but he's acting like a teenage boy right now.
Yeah, it's bad.
Ooh, and like a kind of shitty teenage boy, not just like any.
Right? Yeah. Like, he's hitting and telling.
Yep. We don't, Marvin.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jennifer checks in on Sam, who adds Chaz to the chat.
Okay.
And a little alliance is formed.
Okay.
Sam is like, hell yeah, I've got my Auntie Jen, I've got my husband on the same, like, page. Sick. That's all we need to know there.
All right.
So then Sasha reaches out to Raven because Shusha knows that Raven has a little bit of pull. He's like, finally figured that out.
Finally got there. All right.
Yes.
You know, it's hard to come into a whole dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shusha, like, thanks Raven for giving her a chance to kind of explain herself in the chat, even though a lot of people found that explanation a little inconsistent. And it's so weird. Shusha asks Raven a bunch of questions, like random questions. Like, are you more of a clubber or like a bar girl? Like, just like random ass questions.
Is this Shubi trying to channel being a hot girl?
Maybe.
Because it's like, you're just be a person, Shubi.
Yeah, it's weird because all all Shuby does is ask her a bunch of questions. Raven doesn't ask her any questions. And then says that she has Raven's back.
Okay.
Like, Shuby is, like, trying to make alliances. And I think this is an attempt at wanting to make an alliance, but not coming out and saying it outright.
Okay.
Like, in some others, he was very, like, upfront about, I want to make an alliance with you.
Okay.
And I think this conversation with Raven and asking her questions is to kind of, like, let her guard down a bit, and also just saying, I've got your back is less, like, upfront than let's have an alliance.
Yeah, sure. I mean, one thing people say people should do to endear people to that. How many times can I say people in the sentence?
People.
Weebles is
wobble, but they don't people.
Is to ask another person a lot of questions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, I think that's what he's trying to do, but it feels a little on the nose.
Right, yeah.
Like, you're supposed to ask a lot of questions in a conversation.
Right, yeah.
Related to the conversation to show you're interested in listening. Like,
right,
a courteous person.
Mm-hmm.
Not just,
what's
your favorite color? What?
Yeah, it's weird.
All right. Okay. Bit of a misstep.
Yeah.
I still just feel bad for Shuby, so I'm still rooting for him.
I mean,
he was put in just an awful position.
He is, yeah. Raven doesn't want to make any promises.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's just like, whew, you gave in real unfortunate, like.
Yeah.
All right.
That's that conversation. That's
that
weird.
Conversation.
Then we get the glam party. They get these little boxes, every time they have a little party.
Sure.
So everybody, like, dresses up, but everyone has to share their most, like, glam photo to the newsfeed.
Okay.
Everybody puts some, like, pretty good pictures out there, but Sasha throws out a picture that's a little bit more sexy than, like, glam.
Okay.
Like, Tamira is clearly, like, at an event wearing, like, this cute little, like, two-piece matching outfit with this, I believe it was, like, a faux fur jacket. Like, It's real cute. I know Sam throws out a picture that's just, like, the titties are sitting on display.
Sure.
But then Sasha is clearly, like in an apartment, like, just in a house, in, like, a faux leather bodysuit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not like and I'm not talking like a cat suit, like,
yeah,
like wrists to ankles. I'm talking a bodysuit where it's just like, it's basically a swimsuit.
Yeah.
That you can wear out in public.
Yeah, that's definitely more sexy than glam.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
Okay.
And then we get a picture of Oliver.
New person?
New person.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Look at his hair. I love it.
Yeah. I like the gray.
Yeah.
I think that's neat and fun.
Stripe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oliver's fun.
It's like Bride of Frankenstein chic.
Yes.
I love it.
So everyone welcomes Oliver into the circle. Everybody's very welcoming.
Dope.
And he's kind of like, okay, I need to, like, figure out connections before I fuck shit up.
Yep. That's what
That's
went
the plan.
wrong. That's what went wrong for Shuby.
Yep. Okay, so everyone is going to bed, but Tamira starts a chat with Raven and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And is like, hey, I wanted to, like, get with my girls and talk about my date with Marvin. And Sam is like, Raven has a thing for Marvin. This is going to be messy. And she's like, totally forgot about your date with Marvin. Like, tell us everything. So Tamira, like, spills everything about how it got, like, super hot and heavy pretty fast.
Oh, no.
Tamira tells them that by the end of the date, they both wanted their clothes off. Yeah.
Oh, Raven, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Raven's a little flustered about this. She's like, excuse me?
Uh-huh.
Raven chats that basically she thought that Marvin would have more respect for her as his queen.
Yeah.
Tamira is immediately like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He did not say anything about you. So that's fucked up.
Okay, so when we were talking about their date, she asked him to be her king, and you said he was like, Raven doesn't have to know.
Mm-hmm.
Was he just saying that out loud and not to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was trying.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Marvin.
Yeah.
Ooh, you done fucked up hard this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, guy.
Yeah.
You've been. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a lot.
All right. I'm so sorry, Raven.
Yeah. It's sad. But Tamira is like, I'm sorry. He said absolutely nothing about that.
Mm-hmm.
About you guys having a connection, and that she doesn't play that game. She's very much chicks before dicks.
Hell yeah.
Sam is like, it's his fault, and he knew better
Oh, yeah.
than this.
For sure.
Yeah. They leave the chat on a good note. They're
Yeah.
like, this wasn't what we expected, but like, Tamira, we appreciate you being honest.
Yeah.
And like upfront.
Right. It's not her fault.
Right,
That
yeah.
he was deciding to play them both.
Right. And I think Tamira is also very much like, oh, thank God she didn't bite my head off.
Yeah.
Like, because
I never understand when people get mad at the other woman who was
Right.
fooled. It was
Yeah.
like, y'all are both victims of this asshole.
right? Yeah.
Don't be mad at her. Yeah.
No fucking sense.
All right. Marvin,
Yeah.
why?
So they leave it on a good note, and they like call each other the Powerpuff Girls.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
adorable.
After the chat ends, Raven says like, "You're trying to use me to get to the top. Fuck you."
Uh-huh. Wait,
So
is she talking about Marvin?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just kind of saying that out
Yeah,
loud slash
like
to Paris.
Okay, yep.
Mm-hmm. So that's fun.
Yep, Marvin, we all knew this was going to happen.
Yep, we saw it coming.
We saw it
You
coming
did not.
a million miles away. You
Yeah.
apparently did not. Don't know how, but
Right? Like, dude. And I mean, so during his date with Tamira, too, he's like just kind of saying to himself, like, I can have a second queen. Like, Raven doesn't have to know. Like,
Marvin.
Tamira can be my second queen. Like, yeah,
Marvin.
it's fucked up.
Incorrect.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
no.
how did you not think that the girls would talk? Yeah. There's only so many of them.
There's only so... You are in an enclosed environment,
Right?
Marvin.
Yeah.
They all have to talk to each other.
Right?
It's gonna come up.
It's wild. So the next morning, it's announced that there's going to be no more new players. This is the final 9. So they now have a 1 in 9 chance of $100,000.
Okay.
So Shusasha decides that she wants to knock the originals out because
Okay.
there's more newbies right now than there are originals.
At least that's what she thinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because nobody knows Jennifer is 2 originals.
Yeah, exactly. But she's like, if I unite the newbies, like, we can take the originals out one by one. We just have to stick
Yeah.
together. Before Shusasha puts her plan into action,
Uh-huh.
Raven reaches out to Chaz about Marvin's fuck up.
Uh-huh.
Chaz is really upset about Marvin doing this.
Yeah, it's a shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
Especially when there's like 9 people there.
Right? Yeah.
Oh.
But he kind of like felt that maybe something like this could happen.
Sure.
Chaz like talks Raven up and is like, yeah, Marvin's in trouble here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Him fucking up this hard might be what saves Shusasha for another round.
Right?
Maybe. I don't think they're gonna make it. But
Right, yeah.
But yeah, Marvin done fucked up big time.
So then Shusasha gets the newbies together in a chat and titles the chat Newbie Revolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit on the nose.
Yeah, and is like, so Shusasha gets into a chat with Tom, Jennifer, Tamira, and Oliver, and is like, hey, we outnumber the originals. Like, we need to get them out one by one. And everybody's a little like, we have connections with these people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if, like, that's really what I want to do. But people are kind of, like, they're trying not to shut Shusasha down immediately.
Yeah.
With Shusasha's big, like, speech. that they do at the beginning. At the end, they're
inciting a revolution.
Yeah. They say, I'm willing to get blocked to, like, make this happen. We just have to have each other's backs. And, like, Tom is like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you, if you want us all to make it to the end, you don't want to get blocked. So why would you say you're willing to get blocked? That defeats the fucking purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, that's a misstep.
Yeah. The chat ends very weird. And Shubi is like, that's like the only play I've got. I got to play really defensively right now. Like, that might have been a huge misstep, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I get that he's kind of the pendulum of desperation got swinging real hard, real fast for him because of the situation he was put in when he first fucking got there.
Right, yeah.
So it's like he doesn't have the room to make great decisions right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the correct thing for him to do would be here.
Right.
I don't think it was that, but
it wasn't that.
Again, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done in that situation.
Right, yeah.
It's like I can smell the desperation though, and that's never a good no. If somebody can smell desperation on you, you're on your way out.
Yeah. It's weird. So then we get a questions game.
Okay.
Each player can ask another player a question anonymously.
Okay.
So the first question that matters is Oliver asks Jen, who is two-faced. Jen says...
Literally Jennifer with two faces behind her.
Three, almost.
Two real faces behind
right.
the Jennifer mask.
And I do just want to be clear that, like, Jennifer doesn't know who's asking this question.
Right.
Yeah. It could be anybody.
Oh, so... She says the wrong person's two-faced. She could be telling somebody that they are two-faced.
Everybody can see these answers and questions.
Oliver.
Yeah, anonymously.
Ooh, Oliver just throwing a grenade and ducking.
Basically, yeah. The first question that gets asked, I don't remember who asks it, but they ask Sam who they want to be in, like, which three people she wants to be at the end with.
Oh, sure.
And she's like... Marvin is like, I wouldn't want this question asked to me, but after Oliver throwing this out,
right?
Everybody's like, oh, that was easy.
Right? Yeah, I'm like, herself, her husband, and I don't know, Raven?
I think Sam says Chaz, Jennifer, and I think it's Raven.
Okay, yeah.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. That wasn't hard at all.
Right? So Jennifer says that she is unsure of where Tamira stands. Like, doesn't necessarily call her two-faced, but
uses her name when responding to the two-faced
question. Yeah, exactly. And Tamira is like, what the fuck? What did I do?
Right?
Sam asks Tom if there's more to him than jokes. Are you, like, using jokes to hide something?
I mean, aren't all comedians?
Yeah.
Funny people or coping people, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Tom got an easy question.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, Sam is like, are you, like, trying to hide the fact that you're a catfish by being this funny person kind of a thing? Tom explains that he had a military family, so they moved around a lot, and he was bullied in boarding school. So humor was a way for him to deal with it and also, like, deflect from him being a target.
Right. Deflect, make friends easier, all that jazz.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a really common joke that comedians all have just, like, hella trouble.
Yeah.
Like, that feels like an easy question.
Right. Everybody is like, oh, that's, like, a really sweet answer. Like, that makes sense.
It's endearing.
Like, yeah. It's a very sweet answer. Chaz asks Sasha why she's pretending to be a timid girl when she's a man with a plan. Yeah. Shubi's pissed and goes really aggressive.
Ooh.
And is like, I'm not a fucking man. I've shown I'm more than a timid girl. Don't ever say that about me again. Oh. And everybody is like, okay, damn. Calm down.
All right.
Like, yikes. Then Marvin gets asked by Tamira if he's loyal to the women or if he's using them to win. He basically doesn't answer the question. He's like, he says that he's a feminist because he was raised by a strong woman.
Yeah, that isn't answering the question,
No.
my guy.
It's-
That's an obvious dodge, and you're in trouble.
That's such a, like, kind of bullshit answer, too. Like,
It's a
I was raised by a
non-answer.
strong woman, too.
Uh-huh.
But that's not why I'm a feminist.
Right.
I'm a feminist because I believe everybody should be
believe
able to
in
do what they want.
Equality.
Yes.
Like.
It's ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, Marvin's in trouble.
Yeah. Marvin gets asked by Raven if his strategy is to flirt his way to the top.
Oh, guy, this should be. You should see the red flags popping up across the land.
Seriously.
Like you. Oh, the death march is rolling in the background.
Especially,
the women are coming for you.
He gives another non-answer and, like, doesn't own up to his shit.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yep, nope. Marvin, there was an opportunity for some damage control there, like if you'd owned up a little bit.
Right.
Even a little bit.
Little. No.
You done fucked up.
Right? Yeah.
You're digging your hole deeper as you speak.
Right? Yeah.
Like he's talking from 5 feet down in the grave right now.
He hashtags it like my queen, which both Raven and Tamira are like, oh, is that
me or is that her?
is that a shout out to me? It's a yikes. Okay.
Yep.
So after that game, players have to rate each other. Oliver can rate, but he cannot be rated.
Okay, because he's the newest.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
haven't really learned anything about him yet.
Right, yeah. He hasn't had a lot of conversations with people right now.
Fair. All I know is his vibe based on his picture.
Right, yeah.
And I like the vibe. And also he asked a killer question.
Yeah.
Which was dope.
So Sam reaches out to Oliver and they start like a brother-sister friendship.
Cute.
Then the ratings results. Marvin is in 8th place.
Yep. Marvin.
Which he's like, what?
Marvin, you have 1 foot left to dig.
In your grave. 3 degrees.
Yep.
Figure it out.
You are 5 feet down in a 6 foot hole.
Seriously. Sasha's 7th.
Yeah.
And then Tom and Chaz are the influencers, respectively, 1 and 2.
Okay.
So then we see them like debate. Tom announces that Sasha is going to be blocked.
Oh, shit.
And that their motivation for this blocking was the good of the group as a whole.
Okay. Yeah, she's over here like, revolution! That wasn't it. Shubi, that was a bad.
Right.
That was a bad play.
It was bad. So Shubi gets to visit somebody. He visits Jennifer.
Oh, shit.
And everybody is shocked. So I don't know if I mentioned this in previous episodes, but Brett was on Big Brother.
Oh.
So Shubi walks in and he's like, oh my God, you're not Jennifer and you're Brett from Big Brother. And who the fuck are you? And they sit down and Xanthi's like, my name is Xanthi. And Brett is like, and I'm Brett. And Shubi's like, yeah, you're fucking Brett.
That's cute.
They're also like just in awe of the fact that they're meeting Shubi
from an earlier season.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
And Shubi was a big fan favorite too.
Yeah.
Like it was when it came down to that final 2 or 3, it was very like, oh shit, like who is going to win?
Yeah.
Shubi's very likable.
So yeah, they put him in on hard mode because of that.
So because Shubi went and visited Jennifer, Jennifer is given the power of being the hacker. They get 1 chat with any player as another player. So they're going to hack somebody else's profile and pretend to be them and talk to somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, that will come in a minute here. But the next morning, Jennifer lies about Shubi coming to see them, as Brett doesn't want anyone to think that maybe they were given a special power being visited by Shubi.
Okay.
Everybody is very, like, in awe of the fact, too, that it was Shubi and not Sasha. They were like, oh my God, we were playing with Shubi. A bunch of people are like, if I had known it was Shubi, I would have made a fucking alliance.
Yep.
So, yeah.
is Shuby allowed to give anything away in his goodbye? I mean, like, could somebody, like, throw a grenade on their way out and be like, BT dubs, Jennifer's 2 people, bye?
I don't think they would let them do that. I think they can hint to certain things. Like, if Shuby wanted to, he could be like, watch your back around Jennifer. Mm-hmm. Like, that's kind of what he can do, but he doesn't. Okay. So, all
right.
Yeah. He tells Xanthi and Brett on his way out of their apartment that, like, if he could bet money on who to win, he would bet on them.
Okay.
So, yeah. Then we get a conversation between Tom and Raven, and Tom basically just points out some inconsistencies he's noticed about Marvin, including the fact that Marvin bragged about the spicy pics he received from Tamira.
Yeah, that was real shit.
Seriously. And Raven is, again, pissed at Marvin's behavior.
Yeah, we all are.
Seriously. Marvin then reaches out to Chaz to figure out what he did wrong.
Dude, you know what you did wrong.
Well,
you just didn't think you got caught so fast.
And Chaz tells him, like, straight up, from what he is aware of, that he's misleading women. And his answers to the anonymous questions, he should have just owned up to it.
Yep.
And that he needs to apologize to Raven.
Yeah.
Then we get Jennifer using her special hacker power. They choose to hack Chaz's profile to talk to Sam.
Okay.
As Chaz, Jennifer tells Sam that Shusha came to see him.
Okay.
To see Chaz. And claims that Shusha and Tamira were the leaders of the newbie revolution. And that Tamira was way more on board than she had kind of let on in other chats.
Gotcha.
Sam is, like, floored. She's like, I agreed to be a Powerpuff Girl with her.
Oh.
Oh. And now she is focused on getting Tamira out.
Oh.
Raven gets chatted up by Oliver, and a friendship there is formed. It's
nice.
Very cute. Then they have an animal instincts party.
Okay.
Which basically means they all dress up in, like, leopard and cheetah print and shit.
Okay.
Like, oh, and Karma Chameleon plays. It's great. Then Oliver starts a game. He's like, each player should write bars about another player.
All right.
So he wants everybody to, like, write a rhyme because he's a rapper.
Okay.
So everybody does that. Is cute.
Nice.
This gives Oliver a chance to shoot his shot with Chaz.
Okay.
And, like, flirt with Chaz a little bit.
Yes. Yes. We stan LGBT here.
Yeah,
Holy
baby.
Shit.
Sam is also LGBT, and Tamira is as well.
Yes, I'm aware.
Just throwing that out there.
Because Sam and Chaz bonded over being not straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Tasia's literally playing as her girlfriend, Tamira.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and
I just love
Tasia's playing as, like, a bisexual woman.
Okay.
That's
dope.
Tamira. Yeah.
Dope. I just love that we're getting actual gay flirting.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. No,
like,
it's
not
great.
just incompatible gays.
Yeah. It's actual compatible gays now.
Actual gay on gay flirting.
Yeah. So, yeah, gives Oliver that. And also he sees the connection between Tom and Jennifer now. Mm-hmm. And Tamira kind of shouts out Sam in her rap, which makes Sam a little suspicious. Tamira's like, yeah, this way, like, you know,
we're Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, we're Powerpuff Girls. We're friends.
Everything's fine.
Uh-huh. And Sam is just like,
you have betrayed me.
I like that you talked about my bearded dragons. But
she has bearded dragons.
She has bearded dragons.
That's cute.
But
anyway.
yeah. Marvin finally reaches out to Raven.
Oh, too little, too late, my guy.
That is literally written down here because, yeah. Raven is like, he's here, but she really doesn't have anything nice to say. And just kind of wants him to own up to his actions.
He's not going to get her hot and bothered again.
No. Marvin apologizes for breaking her trust and says that he regrets getting caught up in the moment with Tamira. Mm-hmm. Says that he misses what they had together and asks how he can make it up to her. Raven is like, you know, when you went in with that date with Tamira, I was like, I trusted you to, like, be with me and like be tight with me. And I trusted you enough not to start things with Tamira. In yesterday's questions,
you didn't own up.
You didn't own up to it. And also he said, like, I'm a single guy. I'm just like, I'm finding my options. So Raven is like,
oh,
you said that you're single.
Options, huh? Well, you lost a couple.
Right? You lost. Yeah, you did. You lost a lot, honestly.
You lost a lot of options.
So Raven is like, yesterday you said you're single, so you do you. She forgives him, but she does not trust him.
Oh, yeah, that's done.
And it's basically she forgives him because he finally, like, owned up to what he did. But she's like, no. Marvin says that he still has her back and that she is his number one. She, like, appreciates his apology, but it's too little too late.
Yep. Marvin, you done fucked up.
Yep. You fucked up hard.
You fucked up real hard. Nobody can trust you now.
Right?
That's the thing. It's like you broke trust. The end.
Right? Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, yeah. I don't know.
In a show where you have to build bridges, you just burned so many.
Seriously. Like,
without a thought.
Right? Chaz is, like, not super on his team.
No.
Tom isn't. Like, Sam also knows that this happened. Tamira is also, like, shouldn't. I think the only one that really doesn't know about it is, like, Oliver and Jennifer.
Yeah.
And even then, they got hints of it in the
They know the vibes aren't good.
Yeah.
They know something bad's happening with the vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, yep.
And that's why Marvin ended up in 8th place.
Yep.
For that last rating.
Oh,
because, yeah.
You done fucked up big time. Oof.
Yeah.
Poor Raven.
Right?
And Tasia Tamira.
Yeah, for real. Ugh.
Well,
it just sucks.
He needs to work on his social skills.
Yes, just a little.
Kind of a lot.
You got all those degrees, but...
So many degrees, and yet you're still acting like a teenage boy when it comes to ladies.
Yep.
A shitty teenage boy.
Yep. Redonkulous.
Yep. All right. Well.
And that's all 3 episodes, baby.
That's it for this week. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for listening, everybody. We will be back with more next week.
Yep. We'll be back with more Circle.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Although there's a new season of Are You the One?
No. We got to finish this. Big shout out to our patrons. Emma and Florence. Thanks, guys. And thanks, everybody, for listening. We will be back next week.
Bye.
Bye.